Hey, what's good everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Thouser from the series Kamen Rider 01. Now, I got to start by saying I love it, and that's my bias. I'm a real big Kamen Rider fan. I thought that Thouser was a great villain. I know some people thought the show was hit or miss for them, but I had a good time, and that's all that really matters to me. But Thouser's suit design is just phenomenal. It was weird because it was such a good suit design that they didn't even bother to upgrade it. There was no like swapping this out or swapping that out because he was 1,000% sure that he would beat your ass. And it was just crazy. Like, he legit would not change form. Like, not like he had one anyway, but it was just great to see a villain just be a villain. So that was just really dope. I don't know if you guys are going to watch the show or not, but I am 100% here for Thouser's design and Thouser for what he stands for. Now, let's jump into the looks real fast and then talk about articulation. I love his suit design so much. I think the gold translated really well on the toy as well as it did for the suit design. This is a phenomenal piece in terms of the visual aspect. It's so cool is that they technically even added in stuff like the little suit wrinkles. Like, I don't even know if you guys can, like, the little suit wrinkles here and here. And then you get some suit wrinkles up here in the chest area. Chest and waist, and it's just like it's molded into that gold to really capture it pretty well. And I just don't think that kind of effort is put into a lot of places, but it's done here and I love it. As far as articulation goes, you get your standard SHF articulation with not too many hindrances, but we'll get to that right now. Our head can look up, he can even look down. They actually made that extra room in the neck from the look down. As you can see, there's a little bit of room there. He can get expressive by looking left and right and tilting side to side, which is really cool. Our arms can we hit our T-pose? Yeah, we can. We can hit a little bit lower than what I would want for my demographic and the arms going across, but I think that's okay because it kind of blends with that shoulder pad. And yep, we can take out the shoulder. Yep. We have our bicep swivel, which rotates. We have a double jointed arm, nothing to hinder it because the shoulder pad is actually design is actually built to work here, and if you don't use it that way, it still bends in just a little bit more. These gold accents are so nice. There is no gauntlet swivel. You get your standard SHF peg design, which rotates around. You're gonna hit a little snag here, but this is a little bit softer, so you can mold that hand a little further back. As far as the waist and upper torso go, you can you can actually twist left and right and tilt side to side very easily, as you can see here. We have that wiggle around for the arms as well too. Let's punch that arm back in. And as you can see here, when you flush those arms back in, the suit design on the shoulder pads line up perfectly with the rest of the body to allow it to look a little seamless, even though technically it isn't. One thing I do want to say is please be careful of all your horns. If this guy falls from a high place, just hope that he falls on his legs and not any part of the upper torso, because you will end up messing up your horns. And I hope that never, ever happens to you, because that has happened to me before and I got sad. As far as our backwards and forwards ab crunch, you can get about this far forward. His chest area, because it's the rhinoceros design, it's going to hinder that ab crunch. Backwards, we get a nice reverse crunch. As far as our legs go, we use the classic drop down method. You can see I can pull that leg down. There's going to be that gap there, but you will get thigh swivel, and it allows you to pull your leg forward with no problems. We can actually go outward as well too. Oh, our legs are double jointed. I don't know why I spaced out for a second. And as you can see, we can even go a little far backwards. And we don't have very generous ankle pivot here, which kind of sucks, but Thouser doesn't do too many things, but I was hoping they would have included a really good ankle pivot. As you can see, it could turn in just about that much. And reverse doesn't go out that far. We do have toe pivot though. That makes up for some of it, but not all of it. We pose this guy up. So Thouser does a lot of cool, elegant, and regal poses because he thinks that he's pretty much better than everyone by at least 1,000%. So getting this guy to get into really regal poses should be a little easier than most. He's kind of designed for it. So here he is just standing back, looking really, really good. As you see, as I zoomed out, you can actually focus on him. You can see that he looks really, really good. Then as far as fighting poses, we can get the arm up. Looks pretty good here. But then we talking about the serious stuff, like real good fighting stuff. Let's actually get him all posed up, make him look cool. If we're going to be serious about Thouser throwing hands, we got to make sure he can actually do it, right? So Thouser can at least throw hands and get those legs technically, well, the feet semi-flush. As you can see here, Thouser can get all posed up and look really good. I like it. It's a plus. But we're going to leave him like this. Oh, one thing I do want to test out, actually. Let's talk about, see if he can get a good rider kick going. Even though technically he doesn't kick like this, he can though. So we can get a good rider kick. And if we're going for the double-barreled 2-foot kick, when Thouser is feeling pleasant, the double version drop kick is what I call. Thouser look good doing this as well too. So, one more thing I want to add before I jump into accessories is that his progress keys are removable. SHF upgrade, I'm hoping that you will do stickers for him. I'm pretty sure you will, and thank you so much. I'll be buying those ASAP. So, let's plug those progress keys back in. Let's get you flexed up, and then let's talk about some accessories, right? Because those are always fun. So let's make Thouser look pretty cool. Voila, sit right there. So, I don't know what I'm going to go over. Oh, you know what? Let's go over the hands and his jack rise. So for hands, you will get Thouser's signature pose hands when he has his arms out. You can see that there. The kind of, you know. So let's move these over to the side. Then you will get 2 open palm relax or action hands, depending on how you want to see these hands. See these hands. So yeah, enjoy those. Then you will get dedicated hands for holding his jack rise tool. Oop, that's the wrong one. I'm tripping, y'all. Here are the dedicated jack rise hands. And here's the jack rise weapon. So, as you can see here, we just slide that hand on because it's soft plastic. And we have our jack rise tool. What's really cool about this is that if you have your progress key, I'm going to take one out. You can actually still slide it into the slot. Oh, I forgot. This is the wrong one. I have to do it on the other side. But yeah, you can actually slide progress keys in there. I think you need, you need the closed ones. We only have open ones here. So I'm tripping. And then for his jack rise tool, there is a replacement part. And in this, I don't mind. I was hoping we finally get the one where it can actually pull in and out, but I guess it's a little too small. You do get a swappable part that allows you to do the removing tool, or the jack rise tool. And this is where he steals other people's abilities, in case you guys don't know or you want to watch the show and think about what's interesting. This is how he steals abilities from progress keys. Then we will get 2 more hands. Now, one more hand we'll get is, we get this other open action hand. And this is going to be used for various different things like holding tools and snatching things from people and stuff like that, like this. So you'll get a raid riser. You'll only get the front plate piece. And in the raid riser, you can actually remove this, which is pretty cool. And that is for, technically you can use it in this hand as well too. You can actually like make it, there we go. See? Yeah. Now, you also get a tool, which is, you'll get one more, and that is a right hand for putting this on the people. There's a dedicated hand at hold. There it is. We got it to hold. Now, what's really cool is, technically, you'll be putting this on other characters and make it with scenes. I'm actually going to show a few, and maybe we can see who it technically can fit on other than SHF. So, technically, you can put it around a G.I. Joe waist, technically, because it's only supposed to sit in front and then fake the wrapping around. You can fit it on, technically, Lightning Collection, which doesn't look terrible. Let's try a Marvel Legend. We'll do Bob, Agent of Hydra. And no, it is too small for a Marvel Legends waist. but it does fit perfectly around the bodycon waist. You can see here. Let's get that focus. Sorry about that. And then let's try an articulated icons ninja. So technically it can fit on the belt of the ninja, but not the actual waist, but it does fit around the belt. That's all for the accessories. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into size comparisons. So let's get Thouser to stand straight up. Look really cool. Voila. All right, so first things first, let's compare him to 01 in Vulcan. As you can see, 01 seems a little bit taller. That's because I have an SHF upgrade neck peg on him, but technically 01 is around the same size as Thouser. But that neck peg is going to make him sit a little bit higher. Then we're going to do Vulcan, who I've lost his shot. Oh, there he is, his shot riser. And for those asking if you can swap the raid riser with this piece, technically you can. But the problem is that this bottom part is pokes out a little too much. So if you really want to swap it on to a raid riser, you will have to do some modding. So here he is with Vulcan. And then next up, we're going to do Cheetah. And I'm doing these three because everybody else is technically the same size, but she's a different size and he's technically a different size. So I just want to make sure you guys see these ones. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into other licenses and other things so you can see how that works out. But first things first, let's compare to my main man Kuga because he's in Shinkeko Seiho line, the real bone sculpture. So now you see how Kuga looks. Next up, we have a 1000 Toys synthetic human. In this case, a synthetic carb, who stands a little bit bigger than Thouser. Thouser's horns really commemorate some size. He is an articulated icons ninja. Right? So Thouser works well with both 1000 Toys and ninjas, as well as the renewal line. Consistency, man, consistency. Next up, we have the Lightning Collection SPD Red Ranger. Or should I say Deca Red? We have a G.I. Joe Storm Shadow. And then we have a Mezco Ninja. These guys are all bigger, but I think Thouser can hold his own against a few of them. I gotta pick your whole pants up. Sorry about that. Next up, we'll do, a Mythic Legion. So here's a Mythic Legion Templar Knight, which I'm probably going to review as well. I just need some time to think of some photos. Then last but not least, we have a Marvel Legends Bob, Agent of Hydra. And no, this is not actually Bob. I'm just calling him Bob because he stands out from the rest. All in all, I think Thouser is a great piece to have. He is a Tamashii web shop, so he is limited, which kind of sucks. But if you are a Kamen Rider fan like me, and you feel like having really cool villains or anti-heroes, this is definitely going to be for you. If not, you can totally pass. And no harm, no foul. But I do hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you found it informative. Hope you guys are chilling and being good. But as usual, guys, please be good, do good, drink your water. Later.